Africa. Good evening, the great people of Biafra all over the world. And I welcome you to this broadcast, the broadcast of exposition of the imposter in Aso Rock. As you can see, the imposter you have in Aso Rock, indeed, he does not even he is not ashamed of himself. But I ask myself again, why would he be ashamed of himself? Because he is just an imposter. He is just an imposter. You cannot see who is behind the mask. That is the reason why he is shameless. Every day by day, I am beginning to understand that these politicians rather, they are not they are not shameful at all. They are shameless. They are not ashamed of what they are doing because they have no soul anymore. Whenever you look at a politician, you must understand that politicians, they have no soul like a normal human being. That is the reason why you find Buhari died and Nigeria could not report it. Rather, they find someone to impersonate Buhari, and that person is indeed impersonating Buhari, because there is something where you will be saying, you will be asking yourself, does it mean that the whole world is not seeing it? Does it mean that you are the only one seeing it? Maybe sometimes you feel like you're crazy, right? Because what you are seeing, no one is paying attention. It means that no one else is seeing it, right? Because there is a lot of things. If you look back in the time, you will understand that this person that was in United States, or that is in United States today, on Friday or Thursday, for United Nation hunger program. So this person that attended that program, I am going to just ask, because I believe that everyone who was in that program in 2017 are the same people who are still in that program in 2021. So the question that I am going to be asking them is, this man who attended the hunger program in the United States and the same man who attended it in 2017, if they check back in time, check back in the video, check back pictures, I want to ask the world, was it the same man you saw in that program? Was it the same man that you saw in that program? Is it this same man that is in front of my screen in 2017? That is the same man you saw in the program you did yesterday or Thursday. Because myself, I am not seeing the same man. And I believe and I know the last time I checked, you only grow old and old and old. You don't grow old and next time you become younger. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it does to you. Maybe you will tell me better or you tell me different. Because this Buhari that I saw addressing the nation in this 2021 was not the same Buhari which I saw in 2017 in this same program. Because I am going to show you the two videos. The video in 2017 and the video in 2021. Then you will be able to judge it yourself. That is the same reason why you find many people protesting outside the United Nations. Immediately when he stood up to go and address the nation, they were protesting because he's an imposter. And imposters, they don't care. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who is under the mask. Let us look into it quickly and see what else we are going to achieve. I want you to look at the picture in front of you. If you are joining us, kindly share the video and invite others to join. Kindly share the video, invite other people to join. I am going to show you, this is the 2017 hunger program that Mr. Buhari attended in the United Nations. So, the one I am going to play for you is going to be the one in 2017. I am going to play it first. I need you to judge yourself. I need you to judge it yourself. Let us know if it was the same man that we saw in 2017.
Mr. President,
that is still the same man
fellow heads of state and
that
government,
I am seeing
Mr. Secretary
in this
General,
2021.
distinguished delegates,
Let's go
ladies
and find
gentlemen,
out.
On behalf of my country,
This is
Nigeria,
2017.
I
The
congratulate
video
you,
is
Mr.
very
President,
low.
on your election, and Mr. Guterres on his first General Assembly.
I want you
outing
to look at the
as our
protocols
Secretary
for
General.
you to know that it's the same place we are in 2017. I want you to look at the protocols. Yes, look at the protocols. Now we are here. I want you to look at this guy, look at this man in front of your screen.
Mr. President,
This is 2017.
fellow heads of state and government,
Let us just do
Mr.
a simple or
General,
basic forensic analysis
distinguished delegates,
on these two
ladies
videos,
and gentlemen,
2017 and
on
2021.
behalf of my country,
People are getting
Nigeria,
younger
I
instead of getting
congratulate you,
older.
Mr. President, on your election,
Maybe
and Mr.
it's
Guterres
possible,
on his first General Assembly
but let us see
outing
it
as
ourselves.
our Secretary General. I assure you both of my country's solidarity and cooperation. You will
I want you
indeed
to listen to it.
need the
Look at the
cooperation of all member states as
the
we are
video
meeting
properly,
during
which I
extraordinary
know
trouble
this imposter
and dangerous times.
studied this video
Let me
100
also thank
times
former Secretary General
before he
Mr. Ban
began,
Ki-moon, his service to the
before
United
he
Nations and wish
he
him
went for
peaceful retirement.
that
Mr.
representation.
President, the previous year has witnessed many far-reaching events. Some of the most significant events include the Iran nuclear agreement and of
The
grave
video
the
2021
nuclear.
while examining
Mr.
this one
President,
that you
I
have
must also
playing in
commend
front of
the
you.
United Nations' role in helping to settle thousands of innocent civilians caught in the conflicts in Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan. In particular, we must collectively thank the government of the Federal
In
Republic
case
of
if you are
Germany
joining us now, this is
under the commendable
Buhari
leadership of Chancellor Angela Merkel
in the same
and
program
the
which he
governments of
attended
Italy, Greece, and Turkey,
Thursday
hundreds of thousands of refugees
in 2017.
in an exemplary
This
show
is the same
of
Buhari.
solidarity.
In
The
case if you are
international
joining
community
us,
came together.
try
within
to
my own
invite
region
other people to join.
to
This is
assist
2017. I am
countries
going to play for you
and
the one that
communities in the
occurred in
Sahel and the
2021 now.
Lake
I want you
Chad
to flash
to
back
contain the threats posed
flashback
by
into
Al-Qaeda
2017
and Boko Haram.
and look at your president.
We thank
And we
the
are going
Security
to
Council for visiting the countries
come
of
forward
Lake Chad
to
Basin to
2021
assess the security situation and humanitarian needs, and for pledging assistance
to see
build lives and livelihoods.
maybe
Indeed, in Nigeria, we are providing relief and humanitarian assistance to millions in internally displaced camps and those afflicted by terrorism, drought, floods, and other natural disasters. In the last year, the international community came together to focus on the need for gender equality, youth empowerment, social inclusion, and the promotion of education, creativity, and innovation. The frontiers of good governance, democracy,
okay.
including
I think I found the video.
holding free and
I
fair
found the video.
and the enthronement of the rule of law.
Okay, now
are especially
come to 2021. I hope you have seen the video.
our
See,
faith
look
in
at it
democracy
nicely. Look at the
remains
the
firm
picture,
and unshaken.
the facial
Our regional organization
expression,
came
the
together
facial
to uphold
looks.
democratic
Just
principles
look at it
in
very
the
well.
Gambia
Then we
as
are
we had done
coming back
previously in Côte d'Ivoire.
to the current time, 2021.
The Assembly will hear an address by His Excellency Mohammed.
Heads of state and government, Mr. President,
Yes,
let me on behalf
here
of
we
the
are.
government and people of Nigeria
While you are joining, invite others
congratulate
to
you
join. Share the video,
on
share
your
the video, let
well-deserved
other
election
people join.
as
So,
President
because
of
I don't want to
76th
be the
session
only one seeing this, that's
of
the
the
reason
United
why I
Nations
think I might
General Assembly.
just share it with you.
I would like to assure
Because
you
this
of the
is
full support and
2021,
cooperation of the Nigerian
while
delegation
this is
throughout your
2017.
tenure. I would
Maybe
like to
there is
commend
something there you will be
your
able to tell
predecessor,
yourself or
His
tell me
Excellency
that
Mr.
those
Volkan
people who
Bashir,
attended this
for the many remarkable
program
achievements
or
recorded
this
during his tenure despite the
bilateral
challenges posed
program.
by the COVID-19
I don't know if
pandemic.
these people are
Permit
seeing
me
what I saw,
to congratulate the Secretary General
or if they
Antonio
notice
Guterres on
that
his
there is
re-election
difference between
and commend his
this
strong commitment
and
to
this.
making the United Nations more alive to its responsibilities.
Because it is very,
I
very
also want to
important
express my
for you to
gratitude
know
to
that
him
this world is a
who
world of
reappointed Ms. Amina
wickedness.
Mohammed as the
It is
Deputy
very, very
Secretary General
important for you
to
to
assist
know
him
that this
in
world is a
discharging
world of
his
wickedness.
responsibilities.
Because there is no one is going to fight your battle for you. No one is going to do
Mr.
anything
President,
for you except you
excuse me.
yourself
The
doing
theme
it.
of this year's General
This is what
Assembly,
it is going to show
building
you.
silence,
Because it was still the
through
same
hope
speaker
to recover from COVID-19,
in 2017. That is the same
sustainability,
speaker now.
respond to needs of the planet,
They saw
respect the
everything.
rights of the people.
People
and
were
revitalize
outside
the
this United Nations
sums
crying.
up our common
People were
desire
outside
to rescue
United
our
Nations
planet,
protesting in
recover our
lamentation
economies,
of
and
what
restore hope
this
to all
terror
the peoples of
is
the world.
doing in
In this
Nigeria.
regard, my delegation
The whole
will continue
world
to support the United Nations
was watching.
as the indispensable forum
The whole
for
African
international
nations
cooperation
was watching.
and the cornerstone
So I want to
of the
ask all of
multilateral
you,
system,
the whole world
rooted in
who was
respect
there,
for international law, including
is this
international
the
human
same
rights
man
law, and predicated on a
as
rules-based
this?
order. Mr. President,
Are they the same
I
people?
want to thank the international community for the concerted response to COVID-19.
Is there any
The
similarity?
solidarity and the drive to contain the first truly global health emergency of our time is a pointer
Is there
to the
any
many things we can
similarity?
achieve if we work together. On our part, Nigeria has made strenuous efforts to contain the virus and hold its deadly onslaught on our
Because
people.
myself, I don't see
Our
any
efforts
similarity.
have been rewarded with moderate success. At the outset, we
That
recognize
is how corrupt
detection
the whole
and
world
contact
is.
tracing to be important tools in combating the
That
virus.
is how corrupt the whole
In
world
this
is.
connection,
Because
from
they
a
will
mere
see the truth.
4 laboratories
That
with
is the
testing
reason
and
why
detection capacities,
you are not
we ramped
fighting
up the
against
facilities to over
flesh and blood, but
140
principalities,
centers
because the
today.
principles which they
Similarly,
created
we built isolation centers
is the same
and
principle
emergency hospitals
that is
wards
making them to
in
mind their
record time
businesses.
all over the country. We carry out
That is it. The
genomic
same principle is making them
sequencing
to mind their
in designated
businesses
laboratories across the
without
country
knowing that
with a
Imposter
view to detecting
was in the
variants
United
in
States.
circulation. In addition, over
If,
40,000
if he does
healthcare
anything,
workers have
he
recently
just
been
run to
trained
remove his mask.
on infection,
Who is the person who
prevention,
will hold him
and
accountable?
control measures.
And
with the
yet you
support
say that
of
United
various
States have the
partners.
best security.
Nigeria remains grateful for
the
the
world.
assistance received from our partners and friends.
Let us
all over the
continue.
world.
Let us continue.
Vaccination is the key.
It is
to
quite
our safe
obvious
emergence from the
that
pandemic.
Mazen
We
Namdekano
fully support
turned 54 today. He turned 54 today. I did not post or forward anything because actually I don't believe in birthdays. I don't believe in birthdays. That is the reason why I did not post anything. I came to realize at some point that birthday is something that is inconsequential in my life based on whom I am. But that is a topic for another day. But it is very, very important to do whatever that we have to do, to pay every sacrifice that we have to pay to make sure that Mazen Namdekanu is released. The world is watching the atrocities and the crime that is being committed against humanity. The killings, the tortures, everything that is going on in Nigeria. And yet, when they gather, they say they are gathering to represent you. They are gathering to represent the world. But they are gathering to represent themselves. That is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody when he is not a criminal. He never done anything wrong just because he believed in self-determination. Just because he believed in self-determination. That is the reason why he is languishing in DSS custody. Because of the same injustice that is being done. But Abba Kyari, who have committed a lot of atrocities, Abba Kyari, who is the super cub of your nation, the almighty super cub of your nation, is indicted in America and yet is still gallivanting in Nigeria. No one came to kidnap him. No one even prosecuted him or put him behind bars before investigation. No one did so because Nigeria is Nigeria for few people and not Nigeria for everybody. Now those people you are not Nigeria for, they are so determined to go their separate ways. Yet, this Nigeria is refusing. Why do you refuse? You refuse to allow me to move forward. You refuse to allow me to stop. You refuse to acknowledge me. You refuse to allow me to go my way. Why? So many people who are believing that Nigeria is going to be better. So many people who are believing that Nigeria is going to be anything better than what it is. Because the more it is getting older, the more it is getting worse. The more it is getting older, the more it is getting worse. Can you imagine that? Nigeria was created in 1914. Since 1960, that was when infrastructural development ended in Nigeria. Since 1960, prior the independence of Nigeria, that was when infrastructural development ended in Nigeria. That is the reason why every place, everywhere is a mess in Nigeria. Everywhere is a mess. Because the infrastructural development ended in 1960, prior the independence. Because whatever you are seeing is how it was how the European, Lord Lugard, left it, or whatever the infrastructure they laid during their time is the same infrastructure that you are still grappling to maintain. And yet they tell you to move with time. And yet before the uncertainty of during the uncertainty of 5G development, 5G, they ran very fast to start installing 5G. Very fast they moved, but they didn't have electricity. There is no electricity. You believe you are moving with time with nonchalant things. You believe you are moving with time with things that does not help people to survive or to live. Only things that is bringing people down to survive is the only thing that Nigeria is investing on. You can imagine You can imagine that Nigeria at 60, Nigeria at 60, you always buy a sachet water to drink. For those of you who are able to afford water to drink, you buy a bottle water, you buy a sachet water to drink. You don't drink water from any tap. You can never find a tap and drink water from it. You dig holes on the ground everywhere just to get water. Because there is no pipe-borne water. There is no electricity. Everywhere is polluted. Everywhere is messed up with pollution. This is the same Nigeria that you are telling me it will be better. Is it going to be better when? Since 1960, the same people are ruling over this country. The same people, generation to generation. The same people are ruling over this country. And you telling me that it is going to be okay. Everything is going to be good. When? How is it going to be good? Because I don't see anything going to turn around for the contraption. If not for anything, for that evil amalgamation. That is the reason why I say I don't see anything going to be different. Because the meaning of that amalgamation is a setback. Amalgamation is a setback. That was the biggest setback they did in the sub-Saharan. Bringing people who are not able to like one another together. Bringing people who does not share anything in common together. How do you think that there is something good that will come out of it? Why do you think that it will still be better? It will still be, things are going to change. What is going to make things change? But you still say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. But Nigeria is a fool at 60. So, and yet you still tell me that it will be okay. I can't do that anymore. That's all I have to say. You cannot do that anymore. President Biden confirmed that in Afghanistan, there are people who do not understand each other put together, that they never gotten along with each other. That is the reason why there will be no peace there. That is the reason why there will be no peace. I showed you guys the videos. The video where he said so. Then it bring my mind back to Nigeria. There is Hausas, which are the pharaohs. There is Yorubas. There is Igbos, which are the Biafrans today. There is Middle Belt. They bring these people together. Other people are practicing Sharia law. Other people are nomadic. And you expect these people to be together and have something in common. When different religion when the candidates of these religions are not spiritual, but they are only religious, you expect them to be together. You expect their togetherness to foster peace or to foster infrastructural development. When you are robbing Peter to pay Paul, budget deficit of the North was the same reason why they joined the East. They joined the West, the Southwest, together with the North. Bringing Fulani, who were the first people who started colonizing sub-Saharan region, and they do not have a place to call their own. They were the first to start colonizing Mieti Allah. They were the first to start colonizing that region because their offspring in the Arab nation was actually the first people to colonize part of Africa. That is the reason why Middle East is given away and is no longer Africa. So these people you called Fulanese, they understood the force that was called the Britain, the Great Britain, who was previously under the Roman Empire. They understood the force they are coming with. They understood the resilient. They decided to bow. They bowed down for Britain. And they have an agreement that after this colonialism, they handed them over the country in the year 1960. They gave them power. They gave them weapon. They gave them everything. Do you know how they are achieving those things they are giving them? From the resources that is coming out of your ground in the south. That is how they are giving these people the same thing. Because Fulanis were already cleaved unto the Hausas. Cleaved unto the Hausas. If you know what is called a tick. A tick. A tick is something that bites the animal. When their head pinches the animal, when you try to remove it, you only burst their stomach. That's how they cleaved unto the Hausa people. That is why you see Hausa Fulani all over the place. You hear Hausa Fulani, they cleave unto them, forcing themselves on their women, killing the ones who were able to stand up to advocate, killing them, making sure that they did ethnic cleansing. That is the same thing they are doing today. The reason why you don't find a lot of Hausas fighting for their freedom is because they are mixed together. They are mixed together with this your Fulani, the nomadic people. The same nomadic people that they gave your power. They gave power over you. And you believe that something is going to be good, that it is going to be good tomorrow. And you believe that everything is going to be all right one day. Who is advising you? Who is advising you? Because if you are not able to understand, if you are not spiritual enough, which I know that it is your problem, you are never spiritual. You are always religious. That is the reason why you will not be able to understand that nigger means slave, area means a place. And this place are places where they made the biggest profit of slavery. That is the reason why they created that business name called Niger Company. They call it Niger Company. It is today that they are changing it, calling it Niger Company. That name that they created, Niger Company or Niger Company, by Lord Lugard and the wife. That same name is the same name that you are bearing today. Someone's company is the one that you are called as a nation. You are a subject to this nation. That is the reason why they sold you as their subject to the Fulanese, the nomadic people, because you agree to be their subject. You accepted to be their subject. That is the reason why they sold you and gave to Fulani. If you never accepted to be their subject, you will never be called by their company name. You will never be called by their company name. They made a lot of profit. They made a lot of profit with that name during the time of slave trade. They made a lot of profit. Lord Lugard and his wife made a lot of profit. That is the reason why that name you will never, that they gave you that name, so that you will live by that name in which they made a lot of profit buying your people and selling them, treating them like animals. And you are proud to call yourself, it is going to be better. The same name that committed atrocity, the same name that killed people. That is the reason why extrajudicial killing is nothing to this government. And it will never be anything to them, because that is what they represent. That is the culture of the name Niger area. Because you allowed yourselves to become a subject of another man, to become a subject of another woman. You allowed yourselves to become a subject of another man, another woman. That is the same reason why it is every place is in chaos. That is the same reason why you are burning. That is the same reason why you can never find it easy to live, because you allowed yourself to be a subject of another man and his family. You allowed yourselves as a nation to come together as nations, because what is there is called nations, to come together, living what God gave you as a name, your culture, your origin, your name, leaving it behind just to go and be with these people, to become a family person's subject. And you become this subject, and you are given a name, which is a name given to a company, a devilish company, which is called the Niger era. That is the reason why they gave you that name. You are bearing a name of a company of someone who killed your people, who raped your people, who did a lot of evil things, atrocities on your people that you do not even know where they are, how to trace back to them anymore. Who destroyed your people. You still answer that name and you believe that things are going to be good. When is it going to be good? If I may ask. When are these things going to be good? Is it when everybody die? Or is it when the youth are going to be hunting these political cowards like animals? Is it when everything is going to be all right? Is it when the whole world is burning that everything is going to be all right? No, I want to know. Everything is going to be all right, they tell you. Let us believe in one Nigeria. There is no water to drink. Everything is going to be all right. As long as you cannot afford sachet water or bottled water, you can die with typhoid. Who cares? Everything is going to be all right. It is very, very necessary that you look back in time and come back to this time. Ask yourself, what is it that changed in this country called, or in this contraption called Nigeria? The same way they are doing things, the same way they are when you do something wrong, they will kill you. When you do something good, they will kill you. When they do something wrong, no one tells them about it. When they do something evil, no one tells them about it. There is nothing that they do that they are held accountable for. But if you try to survive, if you try to make an ends meet, they will find a way to bring you down. Because the name of that contraption, simply means you that are on top must treat you that are on the ground like a slaves, because this franchise, or this is a slave company. There is nothing that will be better that will come out of this slave company that you see today. You can never get anything good out of it. If you believe you can, you are dreaming. You are dreaming. And you will never stop dreaming. There is nothing that will be good that will come out of this contraption. That is the reason why everybody must go back to their origin. That is the reason why everyone must go back to their root. That is the best thing that can happen. Go back to your root. Do what you are known for. Wear what you are known for. If you do not go back to your root, how will you recognize whom you are without anybody dictating for you? Because you are seeing that everything is going to be all right. When things get overdue, do you know what they do? Those things, they will start getting maggots. And that maggot is the colonization agenda that is looming. The colonization agenda that is looming is that maggot that this contraption is getting. because the rottenness of this country is long overdue. Because this colonization agenda that is looming, it is going to swallow everybody. You are going to be practicing Sharia law. You are going to be covering your even no matter how hot it is, you are going to be, you women, most, in case if you are not aware, you must follow what is happening in the Middle East. Try to follow it, then you will know what it will look like when you are flanized. And the worst part of it, this flanization, are these people who do not have, you will be living with people who are almost close to being an animal. Those are the people who will be on top of you. Those are the people who will be controlling your lives. If you allow this colonization to happen, no matter how unique you think you may be, no matter how intelligent you think you may be, when you are being governed by a lunatic, when you are being governed by an animal, your intelligence and your whatever you got is of no use. Because it takes a talent to discover a talent and to nurture a talent. There is no talent in your leadership. There is no talent in your status quo. So, how do you think it is going to be good? Are you going to change your status quo? Okay, let's go back and say, let's change the status quo of Nigeria. And we do it. When you change it, what is going to happen? You change the status quo of Nigeria, what is going to happen? It means that everyone is going back to their root. The way a sheep fight, when they fight, they go back, they come forward, they fight. They go back, they come forward, they fight. And that is the same thing that you need to apply right now, because you never went back to think about, is this thing working? You never went back to say, is this thing working? What we called a country, is this country working? Naira is 500 naira per $1. Dude, 500 naira per $1. 60 years of freedom from the hands of colonialists. 500 naira per $1. What is this thing telling you? That they are borrowing just to use it to colonize you. And the people who are giving them this loan, knowing your lamentation, knowing your cry, that there is never anything done good for this nation, for this country, for the people on the ground, and yet they are coming to borrow and they are giving them. I thought that anybody who is coming for a borrowing, there must be a background check done to them, on them, rather. Does it mean that IMF are not doing background check? Does it mean that this private credit institution or financial institutions are not doing their background check on Nigeria? That's why they keep giving them. Because when you are unable to pay, they will come and own some certain shares in your country, in your major businesses. They will start playing a major role in your major businesses. That is the reason why they keep giving without even hearing. How can you be giving a loan to a country which is burning, without conducting a background check. Names of the government officials who are sponsoring terrorists in the same country, they are available under Buhari regime. Under Buhari regime, they are politicizing it. They will present fake names. They will present different names. Like I said before, when they released the names from Dubai, I told you that these names were not enough. They are not yet completed names. That these were the names of those ones who were unable to expound themselves using their resources or their contacts. That is how it is. So, when you see exactly what has been going on in Nigeria, and you are telling me tomorrow that Nigeria is going to be better because you have some things in the north, to people like Tony Bokwe, you have something all over Nigeria. The fact that you have something all over Nigeria does not mean that when you go back to your root, your culture, to answer your name, which Almighty God gave you to answer, but they choose to destroy it and take it away from you, and you realize that you need to go back there. That is the only way you are able to thrive. Because it is the same Igbo people that will tell you, if you go to abroad to look for greener pasture, if you don't make it, if you try you don't make it, come and ask, go back home and go back to your root to find the root of your problem. Because you guys always practice what you do. Guys always, you never practice what you preach. When you start talking, you talk big. When there is time for action, no action. That is the same thing that this government and their accomplices and their followers are good for. Don't you think going back to what God called you? Don't you think going back to how it was? It is someone that sing a song. Can we please go back to where we was? Go back to where you were and think and try that place. If it does not work for you, maybe you come back to where you are, because at the end of the day, you never give it a try because you are scared of your challenges. You want to remain in your comfort zone. That is the reason why you don't want to go back to your greatness. That is the reason why you don't want to go back to what made a white man to what took a white man more than 30 years to be able to come into, to manipulate you, to get you bow to them. It took them more than 30 years to get you bow down to them. That was where you were. But now it doesn't even take them a second to bring anything and impose it, and you start imposing it on your people. That time it took them 30 years, more than 30 years. But today, not even a minute, you start dancing to their tune. I heard your president saying that they are doing contact tracing, they are doing building isolation centers, emergency hospital in the whole state, talking all sort of lies. You are doing contact tracing, and yet you never came to the media to educate people, just like other presidents of the world were doing when they are under state of emergency. How many times did he address the nation? But he said he built emergency hospitals. Those emergency hospitals, how many ventilators are there? If you say you built emergency hospitals, how many ventilators were there? None. You did contact tracing, you did sanitization, all these things that you are talking about. Where did it happen? Which part of Nigeria did those contact tracing happened? Maybe in Aso Rock, maybe in Aso Rock. When you were missing in action during the time of COVID-19, you never even appeared to the television to address the nation. And yet you claim you are doing contact tracing, you are doing this and doing that. I am very, very sorry. Let's go to that interview and listen.
The COVAX.
Not interview, to that speech, rather.
76th session.
The Assembly will hear an address by His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I request protocol to escort His Excellency. On behalf of the General Assembly, I have the honor to welcome to the United Nations His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I invite him to address the Assembly.
Mr. President, Heads of State and Government, Mr. Secretary General, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, let me, on behalf of the government and people of Nigeria, congratulate you on your well-deserved election as President of the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. I would like to assure you of the
people of Nigeria that are being killed, people of Nigeria that are dying of hunger. On behalf of them, you congratulate someone. You know, the most important thing is that you need to know is that no matter how much you cry, these people will never do anything to represent you. That is one thing you must understand. This is the master of the master, the president of the president. There is nothing you will do to make it happen. For these people to think about you. Election, the reason why also they are trying to borrow. They want to borrow. As they are borrowing, they are using it to give security to the terrorists, using it to camouflage, to go and start painting the road, so that you will believe that this president is doing something. It will take your mind away. When they finish start painting the road black and white, then so that 2023, if there will be, you will come out in your number to come and vote. Let us change this president. We are going to vote another person. Without you knowing that you are voting your life away. This is Mietiala. Mietiala, the president of the presidents. This is the Mietiala, the mastermind of that whoever the imposter is. These are the people who call the shots. These are the people who say what happens, and it happens. If they never decree, there is nothing that is going to happen. They are the president of the president. That is the reason why it is very important for you to know who is funding your presidency, who is funding whoever that is protesting or whoever that is campaigning for leadership. This is the president of Nigeria in the middle with different clothes. They are the ones calling the shot. That is why Nigeria is going to be Islamized, Fulanized. It is coming, it is imminent. That is why if you want to get again anything, all these governors in the south, whenever they believe that they want to be entitled to something, or they want to achieve anything or beg anything from this government, they run to go and bow down to Mieti Allah. They will run to go and bow down to Mieti Allah. Because that is, the Mieti Allah will tell them how many people they must kill. Mieti Allah will now tell them how many, what they will do in order to receive what they're asking for. Like the time they told Nwike to go and kill people in Obibo. They finish using Nwike. That is the frustration you are seeing on Nwike today, because they finish use him. The same way they will use Uzodimma. After using him, they will dump him. Because they will make you promises. If you do this, if you do that. And these are the same. You tell me that the power is shifting to the south. You are bluffing. You never cease to amaze me. That the power is coming to the south. Which south? When they have Fulanization agenda putting in place, you are telling me that you want a presidency to come from the south. When they are already bringing, when there is millions of machineries who are going to do the voting, why do you think they don't want all this electronic system of voting? Because with electronic system of voting, now you are going to make life a very bit difficult for them, because they are nomadic people. They won't be able to cheat the electronics, but they will be able to cheat the physical. That is the reason why they will never agree to it. And that is the reason why they said that PDP are working with Yahoo boys to cheat for them. So it is very, very important for you to know what you find yourself into. Be you in the north, be you in the west, be you in the east, you need to know what you are you placed yourself into. And the only way you can win is to come out of her. The only way you are able to win is to come out of her. Make sure you share the video. Share the video for other people to see the message. But I can assure you that Mieti Allah is the president of your presidents. Mieti Allah is the president of your president, and you can never change it. You can never change it. Only way you are going to change it is to go and join the separatist group. Do not want to be Fulanized. Remember the colonization of the Europeans. When you get colonized by this caliphate, that is the reason why the Egyptians today, you don't recognize Egyptians anymore. You will never even okay. That is the same reason why you go to Egypt, you find people that are light in complexion, because they were colonized by caliphate. That is the reason why they were taken away from their land thoroughly. They lost the land. That is the part as Hausas. They lost the land because they were colonized by caliphate. These people are very, very brutal. They can cut your hands in public. They can cut your shoulder in public. They can cut your throat in public. It doesn't matter. They are very, very brutal. That is the reason why the real Egyptians lost their land. And those are the same people who are controlling you. They are the same people who are controlling you, going to colonize you. And the myopic people, myopic elite are telling you that Nigeria is a great country. That Nigeria is a great country. That show you how wicked people can be, how selfish and ignorant people can be, because they are seeing money. You can never make your naira to have value, but you will be buying dollars, shifting it to abroad, or buying dollars. It doesn't matter to this government if the naira goes into $1 to 20 to 1,000 naira. It doesn't matter to these people because they know that they do their own in dollars. They have hidden billions of dollars in abroad. So it doesn't even tickle them. It doesn't even make any difference for them. These people you see are called the inflation government. The inflation government. Food prices are going up. Inflation is 17.1%. No, no. That was so too good. I don't know what is the inflation rate right now. That was too good. I think it was during the time of Goodluck Jonathan that it was 17.1. Inflation dollar rate is going high and high every day because this government is a Fulani government, is Mieti Allah, because this government is nomadic government that does not believe in civilization. These government are the government who believe that you must kill an infidel. This is the government that is that is piloting a country, and you are telling me things are going to be all right. Things are going to be all right. If you don't get it right now, you will never get it right. If you do not get it right, you will never get it right. The only way you are going to make that place good again is to everybody go back to what they were. Go back to what you were. Go back to what God gave you as a name. Go back to your root, your origin. Discover yourself. Go back to your foundation. Sorry for that interruption. If you go back to your foundation and begin to build again, build from your own foundation, then you are going to get it right. Instead of building from an unknown foundation, that unknown foundation will keep setting you back because you do not know how many story building are you going to build on top of this foundation, because you do not know the history of that same foundation. That is what is holding you down. And it will keep holding you down because you don't want to move away from your comfort zone. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be released. People, this in the Anambra state, are busy doing campaign when the people already say there will be no election in Anambra state. But I don't blame them. Even when you cut the head of a chicken, you will find the headless chicken running. You will find the headless chicken running because they can never go down without a fight. That is how it is, because their ego is too much. But it is high time they stop that campaign they are doing all over the place. I'm telling you, in the middle of October, you will find them being brutal. The middle of October, you will find Ifeanyi Uba showing his true colors. You must remember this broadcast. In the middle of October, you will indeed find Ifeanyi Uba being very, very brutal. Not brutal, sorry. He is going to show his true colors. He is indeed going to show his true colors. Obiano is going to be brutal. Ifeanyi Uba is going to show his true colors. But we are going to show them that we are the people who gave them power. Power belongs to the people. We are tribe of Judah, the tribe of chief. That is what we are going to show the world. That the tribe of Judah are the tribe of chief. And there is nothing that is going to stop them when they determine to do something. They will threaten you with death. They will threaten you with prison time, threaten you with many scary things. But if you remain unshaken, like the way they are threatening Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS 4 war, to see if they will break him. But he is given a mandate from heaven. This is not that error that they made Azikiwe and others to do or dance to their tone. But they are going to try and they are going to fail. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come out very soon. It will be like a movie. It is going to be like a movie. It will be just like you see the headline, the leader of indigenous people. He's going to come out very soon. But for now, you need to remain resilient. You need to remain formidable. You need to remain uncompromisable. You need to be uncompromisable. That is your sacrifice towards freedom. It is good night.